Yo, how's everyone doing? Hope you're all okay. So, in this video, I wanted to go over a topic that was on my mind. I made a little short video about it, but I wanted to make a bit more of a longer one to mainly see what everyone else thinks. So, I've been going to the gym for probably around 5 years. Started when I was 16, 21 now, and of course I started whilst I was going to school, and I grew up as a very skinny person. I'm quite tall but very slim, and I hated it at school, to be honest with you. So I loved the idea of going to the gym by watching videos online, because I saw people just fill out, and it was one of the biggest guys I've watched that probably influenced me was Dylan McKnight. Shout out to him, thank you, because he just did like a dirty bulk, to be honest with you, which isn't really the best for your health, but it allows you to fill a t-shirt when you're skinny and you want to fill a t-shirt, and that's what I did, to be honest with you. Started going, and I'd literally, I went through like a proper gym phase then. As soon as I was in it, I was hitting it probably for like a solid year. Obviously up and down, that always happens. And I'd go for about 2 hours a night a lot of the time. Of course that would vary. Sometimes it might even be less than an hour if it's like just not feeling it. But on sometimes it'd be over 2 hours, to be honest. Sometimes it can literally, I'll be there just for ages, but usually it's about an hour to 2 hours. And then of course you've got your protein shakes. This is before I could drive, so I was walking to the gym, and it would take up pretty much my whole evening. It was lovely though, like I really enjoyed it, and of course I'd go with some of my friends, so we would have like a great laugh. Like honestly, it'd be so funny. Like just poking a bit of light-hearted fun at each other, because you can definitely lift more weights than you're doing, and it was just funny and it was good. And of course at the same time I did fill out a fair bit and could fill out a t-shirt, and I was happy. And I'm at the stage now where my legs could do with a bit of work, to be honest with you, but the rest of me, like my upper body, like I'm pretty happy. I'm still quite fairly slim. I was actually used to be a bit bigger, but like over the years, kind of like when I did the initial bit when I was probably 16, and then when I was about 18 I put on like an extra like 10 kg, and then since then I've lost probably like 5 kg. Funnily enough though, I'm actually starting to bring that back. I'm actually probably like 3 kg off that, because I just wanted to get to where I was like at the top level for some reason. I think it's just because you always think that you never like you feel like you've dropped off if you've hit the gym and you've bulked and you've gotten to a certain level. Obviously it's different for everyone, because it depends how you grew up. If you've grown up like fairly chunky and you've always put fat on quite easily, then you'll be probably the opposite, and you'll be, if you used to be smaller, as in like you've lost weight and then you put a bit back on, you'll always be thinking, oh, I need to get back to it, when actually those few kg difference, yeah, they might make a load of difference, but you actually just found the corner from your best looking. But this is kind of where my video comes to it now, because that used to take up like my whole entire evening, and now I've got a 9 to 5 job, and on the evening I want to do things. Basically I'm working on a business. I've got skills that I want to learn. I want to learn some Spanish, so I'm doing that a couple of times a week. And then there's even more stuff I want, and if I want things to happen, nothing's gonna happen overnight, but if I want it to happen at some point, I need to be putting like maximum hours in. And if I did what I used to do and just come straight home and went to the gym the whole night, then it just wouldn't happen, because I'd go like 6 days a week, and I need the time. So it's a tough one, but I've been dropping down now to 3 days a week. I do sometimes hit it more, but on average it's about 3 days, and that's actually minimum, because average is probably about 4, minimum is 3. And the reason why is because I kind of made a little pact with my friend where if we don't, then I have to pay a fee basically, and we trust each other, so I'm not going to break it. It would be letting him down. So yeah, I have to hit it 3 days a week, and that means like if I've gotten to the end of the week and I've not hit it enough and I need to hit it 2 times, I'll hit it in the morning and hit it in the evening, because I have to do it on a Sunday, and that's just the way it is. So I'm stuck with it. Like and I know I can stick with those targets. So it's not as if I'm doing it out of kind of complacency and I want to hit it like 5 times a week, but I just end up hitting it 3. I've set my 3 as like my limit, my minimum, and if I wanted to hit it more, I could just increase that. And I've been tempted to say, all right, let's just hit it 4 times a week, and I know I'll stick to it. But then at the same time, it's taken away time from business and productive hours. But at the same time, you got to look at what you're doing, because if you're sat at home and your spare time sat on TikTok or any of the other social medias just scrolling, and then you're going to drop down in the gym because you need to do work on your business and stuff, then there's obviously other ways. But this year I've cut out all social media usage, so literally I'd say most of the time I am working towards something. I'm doing some act that is to do with something productive, like business, or to be honest, it just has been that recently, or it's something to actually help my job, help my career. So sometimes when I see my girlfriend, I'll see her on like the weekend, and that is kind of my outlet, and we will spend like the weekend. To be honest, I still will do a bit of work, but that's my time to chill. But in the week, I literally do not have any free time. I'd say my most chilled time and relaxing time would be watching the news. Sometimes I'll watch the news for like 20 minutes or maybe like an hour on my lunch break or something, and it, you know, I'm keeping up with the world. I mean, I'm still debating and not watching that anymore because it kind of gets you down sometimes. But yeah, so I want to see what you guys think. I just think I always feel guilty. That's the problem, because I'm thinking, well, I'm not hitting it. I'm just making like a cope, and I'm not hitting it enough as I should. I'm coming up with excuses. But at the same time, if I do hit it like loads, and I see people in the gym now that are like really hitting it loads, and I can see like I try and make the workouts pretty quick as well, literally like 45 minutes, half an hour, 45 minutes. And that's like, I don't know, part of me just thinks I'm being a bit of a wimp, and I'm just wimping out early, because I can see people that are in there from my start and then they're still in there when I leave. But then at the same time, I think if I'm happy with my physique, I'm genuinely happy with it, and I'm doing just enough to maintain it, and I'll make sure I maintain it. And if it does drop off, then I do need to put in that extra hours. Then I do think the trade-off is positive. I do think I'll be putting my time into business properly. I'm thinking of working it around a little bit, and because I want to do a bit more cardio, so I'm thinking of going in the morning, but then still the weightlifting is not going to be as much. I don't know. Funny enough, my friend has just come up, become a personal trainer. So I might be telling you guys that in the future. Maybe I'll get him on board and he can optimise the time I want to spend at the gym the best. And diet, because diet's the biggest thing, isn't it? Let's be honest. I mean, we haven't even really mentioned that in this video, but yeah, diet's probably the best way I can optimise my physique. Of course I know it, but yeah, I know, maybe we should speak about that in another video. Thanks for watching, everyone. Let me know what you guys think. It's just been a bit of a ramble, to be honest with you, but yeah, take care, everyone, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye bye.